Brought to you by Kubota, value, efficiency, and performance. Visit Moore's Service Center in Star, Texas, or TexasKubotaDealers.com.
Here's your Central Texas area forecast. Overcast today with a chance for scattered thunderstorms. Daytime highs approaching 81. Southeasterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected tonight. Scattered thunderstorms likely. Lows dip down to about 66. Overcast skies tomorrow. Scattered thunderstorms likely. Daytime highs.
Thanks, Laura. Currently 64 degrees in downtown Comanche under cloudy skies. Time for Coffee Talk, brought to you by the Comanche Chamber of Commerce and Agriculture. Check them out at #Explore Comanche, Texas, as we welcome in and say good morning to Cynthia Newton with Hope Counseling. How we doing?
Good morning. We are here.
Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, or something like that?
My kids have been out of school for an entire week.
Oh, so, man, yeah. There you go. That's that look. You came in, kind of looked like, that's
is it
August
what it 11th is. Yet?
Yeah, right. Not quite. Yeah.
Gotta love our teachers.
Bless their little hearts.
No kidding. All right, so today we're wrapping up our my series on the mental health awareness this month. Remember, right. November.
1 week. 1 week, and this has done this to you. What's going to happen in a month?
No.
You're going to need the help.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about recognizing when you need help with your mental health. Okay, I've hit on this, but I want you to kind of go back and think about your physical health. We all have days where we feel a bit sore, have a headache, or
sure.
extra tired. That's me. That doesn't necessarily mean you're sick. You're sick when something suddenly and significantly changes for the worse or prevents you from functioning properly. Mental health is similar. The occasional bad day is to be expected. But when things that used to be easy become a lot more difficult, something's going on. Instead of focusing on physical symptoms, you'll want to look at your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. A mental health concern is anything that causes a person to believe that their mental health may be suffering. You don't need to be diagnosed with a mental health condition to be dealing with a mental health concern. Because you don't have to have a mental health condition to be dealing with something that might be concerning in your mental health.
Right.
Common signs might be isolation. You used to be really outgoing and positive, but lately you just want to spend most of your time home alone. Losing interest. You aren't interested in things you used to like food, music, hobbies, friends, work, or school. Trouble focusing. You can't concentrate enough to follow conversations with friends. You're easily irritated and keep lashing out at people you care about. That short temper. Lack of patience. Many people struggle with not feeling sick enough to seek help early on in their mental health journey. I talked to you a couple of weeks ago. This is really important. It's kind of crazy to think about this, but the average delay between symptom onset and treatment is 11 years.
Wow.
Meaning a lot of people spend months or years facing mental health challenges alone before getting a diagnosis. It's never too early to seek treatment. If you want help for your mental health, you deserve to get it. It's hard to know when your mental health is slipping if you aren't in touch with yourself, okay? If you don't know yourself, or if you're not paying attention to what your usual thoughts or behaviors and feelings are, you may not realize that you're slipping or that something's happening with you. So take some time to think about your daily life, okay? How is your typical mood, energy level, appetite, sleep routine, social life, physical health? Which one or more of these things changes significantly? It could be, and remember, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying it could be a sign of an underlying mental health concern. Consider tracking your mood and energy to see if you can find any patterns. If you don't have a regular sleep schedule, track the hours you spend asleep each night. You might find that waking up earlier makes for happier days than sleeping in. Think about other factors that might relate to your mental health. These could be factors like the weather or spending time with certain people. Maybe you'll realize that rainy days often mean your mood will be a bit lower than usual, or that conversations with a certain friends have been draining you lately. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to change your circumstances, but being aware of your triggers can help you manage your expectations and get ahead of taking care of yourself. So through these, if y'all have missed any this month, I really encourage you to go back and look at these things that we've been talking about, because, we're back to the basics of mental health post-COVID, and everybody's back to trying to get back into the norm of life, and there's just been a lot happen, and mental health was one of the first things to go, you know. Um, it's unfortunate that it does happen that way, but it's one of the first things. Okay, you know, okay, I've got COVID, so that's going to take priority. But with COVID come all these mental health issues as well. So just be aware that, you know, it's okay to take a check and go, okay, all right, maybe I need some help too with my mental health too.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain good health? All right, food choices and nutrition are a huge aspect. The quality of food you eat can impact your overall physical and mental health. Your gut is often called the second brain, and communication with your actual brain, physically through the nerve and chemically through hormones and neurotransmitters. You know, all that scientific stuff that y'all like to hear me talk about. It's a great, yeah. Anyway, so basically, yes, your brain is a great connection to, mental health, and obviously, food is important in a nutshell. Important nutrients: omega-3 fatty acids. Those are essential to brain health and reduce inflammation and risk of heart disease. B group vitamins help to regulate brain chemicals. And vitamin D is important for brain function, including mood and critical thinking. This is huge. We don't get enough vitamin D anymore in our diet.
Right.
So there's a lot of people walking around with a vitamin D deficiency and they don't even realize it. So, you know, between the lack of in our diet and the lack of direct sunlight,
Right.
we often don't get the vitamin D that we need. And just a vitamin D deficiency can cause depression, can cause tiredness, all these things that can happen. And it's just amazing what just one vitamin D can do to help you, or one tablet of vitamin D if you have that deficiency.
And I'm guessing when you're in that, you don't know.
Not necessarily, not
Yeah.
unless you've been aware.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's something that everybody that comes to my office that presents with depression or things of that nature, I always want
First
to make
things
sure.
you go to, huh?
I always want to make sure that those medical things are taken care of. That vitamin D is huge. The thyroid is also a huge thing
Right.
in causing depression. But be careful not to just go out and start taking all these vitamins, okay? Because you can over vitamin yourself, and
Yes.
then you can have a counter reaction. So
Yes.
just be aware and always talk to your doctor first before you start any type of a new vitamin regimen or anything of that nature. Exercise, staying active benefits many aspects of health. I know y'all hear me say this week after week after week, okay? But exercise is a huge asset to your mental health. Making time for exercise and movement each day improves self-esteem, brain function, and sleep. It's been found to lessen social withdrawal and stress. It doesn't have to be intimidating. You don't have to go to a gym and work out for hours. You know, just
Right.
15 minutes of intense exercise or 10 minutes a week. I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot. It will get you that recommended amount of physical activity. 15 minutes 10 times a week is what I was trying to say. Just 1 hour of exercise per week can help prevent symptoms of depression. So again, it doesn't have to take much, and it doesn't have to be aerobic exercise. It can be just walking. Walk your dog for an extra 20 minutes, or do some floor exercises while you're watching a movie. You know, those are huge. I mean, you don't have to decide to do this whole workout pattern in and of itself. As I stated earlier, sleep. Being asleep for 85% of the time you're in bed or more, it means you're getting good quality sleep. Okay, falling asleep in under 30 minutes means you're getting good quality sleep. Waking up no more than once per night for no longer than 20 minutes means you're getting good quality sleep. If those things are not happening, you really need to look at what's causing you to not sleep well. And there's lots of things that can be contributors to that. But if you're not sleeping well, it's going to directly impact your mental health.
Sure.
Stress management. Dealing with stress is a normal part of life. We all experience it. Okay, things like too little sleep, external worries like money or relationships, in most cases, stress comes and goes fairly quickly and the body can return to its typical state. However, consistently high stress, because you are unable to relieve your stress or are constantly facing stressful situations, can negatively impact attention, memory, and how you deal with emotions in the long term. Coping skills. Coping skills are activities or strategies you can use to reduce or tolerate tough feelings. No one thing works for everyone. Everybody is different, okay? It may take a few tries to figure out what's going to work best for you, so test out a range of those. And finally, build a support system. Have people in your life who you relate to and can lean on goes a long way on improving your mood and general well-being. Humans are social beings, and our brains are wired to seek connection. Having people to support you during times of hardship protects your long-term mental health. Not only can a strong social support system often prevent mental health concerns or symptoms from developing into a diagnosable mental health condition, a strong support system has also been shown to improve overall outcomes. So find your people, connect, consider them in your community, and don't be afraid to reach out. I found this chart that's really cool, and we're going to post it on our Facebook site later today. That's Hope Counseling of Texas, if you don't know where we are. But where to go? When you decided to seek help, where do you go? Where do you turn? Knowing what resources are available and where to start can be tricky, okay? So I love this thing because it kind of starts with, first off, are you in a mental health crisis? Meaning, are you currently thinking about hurting yourself or someone else? If you are, you need to get to an immediate emergency room, call 911. We talked about the suicide hotline that's going to be, the mental health crisis hotline that's going to be activated in July, and we'll talk more about that then. For those services. If you're not in an active crisis state, okay, then next you're going to look at, are you a current or former member of the military, the spouse, or a child of one? And the reason for that is because veterans or family members of veterans have their own network of assistance, okay? So, you can look for that. Again, I'm going to post these online today so that you can see this to kind of see where you can get help. Are you a student? Okay, if you are a student, there's student resources, there's college resources, there's all sorts of resources out there wherever you go to school, and they can also hook you up with other professionals. Do you have insurance? If you do you have insurance through a government program? And how do you find providers? Okay, so there's a lot of providers out there. You can go through your insurance company to help you find providers. You can go through your primary care provider to help you find providers that take your insurance. Okay, so if you don't have insurance, do you work for an employer who offers EAP? A lot of people don't even know what that is. That's the Employee Assistance Program. A lot of companies now provide employee assistance program. That's where you can get a certain amount of sessions free. Just go to your HR and you say, hey, I've got stuff going on and I need counseling, and they make the referral. And again, those referrals will go to providers that accept EAP. Are you active in your faith community? Again, you might be able to find support in your church or local churches, places of worship. And then finally, you've got your local mental health centers. So not only your counseling, but your centralized MHMRs that can assess and look at you on an individual basis and determine your needs, and if they can meet their needs, or if you need help other places as well. So there's a lot of places to go. You're not alone. Just be aware, I think, is the most important thing. Be aware of what's going on with you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you have insurance, call your insurances. That they can often lead you to, who's in your area and help you find somebody that's in your area that already takes your insurance without having to do the run around and having to figure it out for yourself. Hope Counseling of Texas, guys, we're here for you. If you have insurance, great. If you don't have insurance, we're here for you too. So anything that we can do, we're located in Comanche, Eastland, Dublin, and Hamilton. Okay, we are providers for all insurances that I'm aware of, including TRICARE and military, as well as EAP services. So we accept those services as well. So again, we're here for you. Hope Counseling of Texas, Comanche, Dublin, Eastland, and Hamilton. 325-356-1105. Find us on Facebook at Hope Counseling of Texas. If there's anything we can do to help you, we're here for you.
All right. Cynthia Newton with Hope Counseling. Thanks so much.
Thank you.